Okay, I've gotten a lot of requests to show you how to submit an ARC request, and there's a few steps to be taken. None of them are too overwhelming, so I'm going to walk you through that right now. And then I'll give you a little example of what the ARC committee is going to see and how that is processed, okay? So if you have never seen this page before, this is your user hub, your owner dashboard. That's fine. Go to onewayhoa.com, hover over HOA residence and hit HOA sign in and hit residence. Okay, it's going to take you to this. In this situation, you'll be able to create your account. Okay, if you don't know how to sign in, create account right here. Boop. You'll be able to submit all that information. If you don't know what it is, just kind of make it up. We will need to register you, and so we'll find you and register you to your correct property. Okay, just make sure your address and your name is correct. So back to this dashboard. Once you're here, you can see your balance, you can see your violations, you can see your work orders, but more importantly, you can see architectural requests. Okay. Uh, Very likely you have 0. If you don't know how to do this, very likely you haven't done it before. So this would show 0. Either way, this button says see all. So you want to do that. If you own more than one property that we manage, you want to make sure if you're on the wrong property, um, dashboard, then you can switch account right here and toggle over to the correct property. So let's go to ARC requests. You want to download this architectural application link. Right? You want to download the PDF here. So you click on that, you download that file. It looks like this. You put in today's date, name of HOA. All right. Property address 123 Main Street. Really. Describe what you're going to do. Let's say you're painting exterior. You're going to put that. You're going to spell it correctly. Paint exterior. I don't know why it's not typing. Paint exterior. There we go. Okay. You're going to indicate that you're submitting some colors for review. And you just read through this and then fill in all those details. Everything above this red line right here is stuff that you need to fill out. Okay. Once you do that, you're going to download it with your changes. Download. Okay. Um, ARC request form. Go ahead and hit back. Go to this, or get back into your dashboard anyway. And then you're going to add ACC request. All right. His name is John J. Jones. Okay, you're going to make sure all those details are accurate. You need to select your planned date. Now they've got 30 days to review. If you want to paint your house, it is wise to paint it at least 30 days after you've submitted your request. So let's go ahead and just say that's going to be painted on August 1st, and you expect it to be done by the 4th. Okay? And then this is a house painting project. So you're going to select that. Please include your home phone or your cell phone and your email so that they can ask you questions or get a hold of you if necessary. All right, you're going to take that request form that we filled out and you're going to attach it. All right. And then that should be it. You submit it. Okay. So you can see I've got a couple that I've practiced with. Look, here's the one we just submitted. But you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to add my color tiles. So I'm going to add an attachment. And I know that I saved that to my desktop as a screenshot. It's right here. Isn't that helpful? Here's the body, here's the trim, and then the accent, okay? And you can see that the colors are on this building. This is a very, very good example of what you'd want to submit because it explains exactly what they would expect the finished product to look like. It doesn't need to be like this, but this is very, very helpful. You can find these types of things by looking at a paint company and like Sherwin-Williams and going through their examples of color palettes on exterior houses, things like that. And you can find something you like. If you need to make a substitution, just explain that clearly. I'm going to show you where. So we're going to upload that attachment. Okay. And then you can add a comment. Please see attachments, no changes to example. If you do want to make a change, you're going to submit all the information to make it clear what you're going to do. I do want to say if you want to submit more than one, like let's say you want to build a deck and paint your house, that's 2 ARC requests. Please don't combine them together because it might be rejected because they're fine with the paint job, but they don't want you to put a deck on. That's against that violates the covenants. And so they're just going to reject it outright. So if you have 2 projects, that's 2 ARC requests. Please do that. And then that's it for your side of it to get started. Our admin's going to process it and then submit it for review to the architectural committee for your HOA. And then, so this person here on my test training association, her name's Susan Anderson. She's part of the architectural review board. So she can come here and actually look at the different requests. Mr. David Garcia, he wanted to paint his house. So if you're on the board, please just scroll to the right. Check out the details. Look, here is the example. I think that would be rejected by most HOAs. And then here is the form. Okay. That's not the same form, but that's what is submitted on this ARC request. But either way, you can see, and then they can, the management company has made different notes. Hello, can you do the fence? But I need colors. I don't know what that means, but it is just a test anyway. The ARC review board can add notes. This is horrible. Please do not paint anything ever. Decision, if you are on there, you like, nope, I completely do not want this. I do not. Nope. This is against covenants and paint guidances. Okay. And then the board, see, save decision. A member of the, sorry, not the board, but the committee, that member can submit the decision for Mr. David, and that's that. So, all right, close. And then that's essentially the process on the architectural committee. I hope that that helps you understand what's going to be happening. And these people are just volunteers in your community. So if they're on the ball and they get there quickly, that's great. But they've got 30 days. So make sure that if you're going to do a project, you plan it, you know, 30 days or more past your submission date. Okay. If you have any questions, you can email your community manager. If you do not know who your community manager is, then send an email to info@onewayhoa.com. Okay. info@onewayhoa.com. It looks like that. And that concludes this video. If you, thank you very much for watching, and we look forward to your requests and we'll process them in a timely manner. Thanks.